What's up guys, it's Randy aka The Eagle, and today I'm going to be talking about why I think Call of Duty Ghosts is actually one of the best games out there. Now, I know the community thinks that Call of Duty Ghosts is one of the worst games out there, but honestly, I can't see why. Alright, where they at? Where they at? Hey. Done. Okay, so yeah, the maps are kind of big. The streaks are slightly ineffective. Maybe there was a console split and that's what happened, but who knows? All I know is, for me, Call of Duty Ghosts is a really enjoyable game. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things that I really enjoyed in Call of Duty Ghosts. Keep in mind that these are just my opinions. If you guys disagree or actually agree, then please let me know in the comments below. So the first thing that I really enjoyed about Ghosts was its create a class system. Or should I say the create a soldier system? Because this was the first time that Call of Duty allowed you to pick up to 10 different soldiers and you can actually customize them any way you wanted to. You were able to change their outfits, their suit, you can become different characters, different classic Call of Duty iconic characters, as well as run around in an astronaut or even in a hazmat suit. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to run around pretending they're Walter White? In addition, you could put up to 2 different attachments on your weapon, and it didn't even cost a point. On top of that, there were 35 perks that you can pick from. 35! The other previous Call of Duties had, I think, about up to 16 perks. There wasn't a time I was running around and I died from somebody and I was upset because they were running with the same 3 or 4 perks. Everybody had different perk setups, and the cool thing was the guns were the same way too. This was the first time, at least in my opinion, that all the guns were practically balanced. There wasn't a time where I was running around really upset because somebody was using this gun or that gun. And if that wasn't satisfying enough, you can have Snoop Dogg as your announcer. Snoop Dogg. I can't tell you the times that I was just running around about to be upset and then Snoop Dogg would say something and my troubles were away. Freaking Snoop Dogg, are you kidding me? Another thing Ghost added that was very unique and very new at the time was field orders. So for those who don't know, field orders were these blue briefcases that appeared after you kill the first enemy. And once you kill the first enemy, you can pick up these blue briefcases and they'll give you a random assignment. Typically, the random assignment could be something like kill 3 enemies in a row to humiliate an enemy. And so, if you didn't know, humiliating an enemy basically meant teabagging them. So once you teabag them, you get a random care package. And the random care packages could be anything. It could be a SATCOM, Trinity rockets, Battleheim. And in select maps, it can be something special. So, for example, the map Ruin had the Predator. The map Fog had Michael Myers. The map Strike Zone had a Chemstrike. And in the map Mutiny, it had Ghost. That's right. It took Infinity Ward 3 DLCs to finally implement actual Ghost in Call of Duty Ghost. So the third thing that Call of Duty Ghosts did that I really enjoyed was its introduction to SATCOMs. So we all know and we've all loved the UAVs. The UAVs has been around with us for a long time and we were all kind of skeptical when they announced SATCOMs. I mean, these were basically ground-based UAVs, and if you guys were like me, you were thinking like, no, this isn't gonna work, what are you doing? Give us what we like, give us what we're familiar with. But then, when SATCOMs were actually being used around, it was actually a good idea. I mean, for starters, these were grounded and not found in the air, which means you couldn't just easily look up in the sky and find one. Another thing is you technically needed 2 SATCOMs in order for it to act like an actual UAV. Now, bear with me, you're thinking, okay, 2 SATCOMs for a UAV, why don't I just get the 1 UAV? Well, remember in Black Ops 2 in the beginning, that UAV spam? Man, I don't know about you guys, but for me, that was pretty annoying. So to me, this fixed the solution. Another thing that the SATCOMs did was if you are on the other team, you can knife one or shoot one, basically destroy one, and it'll add an additional point to your score streaks. That to me proved to be useful in so many occasions. I mean, I don't know how many times I was one off of my chopper, maybe one off of my dogs, or one off of something, and I see a SATCOM and I knife it. On top of that, if you were really good at hiding SATCOMs, then you can have one last the entire time that it's supposed to last, which is about 30 seconds to a minute. So honestly, that's not bad. And like I said, it's not as OP as the freaking UAVs. I mean, they make a perk based on UAVs, and just UAVs only. Come on now. Another thing Ghost added that was really helpful, really useful, and less annoying was its no lock-on missiles. So pretty much every missile in Call of Duty Ghost could not lock on. You basically had to free fire them, which means your streaks lasted longer. And of course, we all know the streaks weren't that effective. They weren't the best out there, but they were still pretty good. And the fact that I didn't have anybody aiming their stingers towards my helicopters was pretty much a pain off my back. Get it? A pain off my back? Because the stingers typically go on the back. Anyways, moving on. So the fifth thing I'm going to miss about Ghost is kind of small, and most people won't really notice this, but it was the kill to death ratio counter that they had on the top right screen. I know this was something small, and to me it was very useful. The fact that I didn't have to click the select button, or I think it was maybe the start button. See, it's been so long I don't even know. The fact that I didn't have to press a button just to check how many kills I have or how many deaths I have was very, very helpful. And you guys might not notice this, but when it's gone, you're probably going to miss it just like I am. Ghost added a lot of cool things, and even though this was something so minor, so small, it was very detailed, and it's really those little things that count, right? The last thing, and probably the best thing that I really, really enjoyed about Ghost, was that it was very smooth, fast-paced, and it was fun. Okay, so the time to kill was faster, but didn't we all ask for faster time to kill? I mean, earlier it was kind of slow in my opinion. I mean, to me, the game ran very smooth, very fluid, and it was incredibly balanced. Some people might look at this as kind of bland, but come on, man, this is really a game that a lot of us has been asking for. I think some of us kind of stopped giving Call of Duty Ghost a chance, and so we stopped playing it and we ignored it. But if you ignore the minor BS and focus on a lot of the great changes that Call of Duty Ghost made, then you will look back to it and think like, okay, so this game wasn't that bad. Sure, it wasn't the best, but what game is the best? At least Call of Duty Ghost actually added a lot of things. The developers were very supportive, especially in the beginning. And like I said, it was smooth and fast-paced, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean a lot. If you like this video, then go ahead and show me how much you like it by clicking that like button. If you want to check out my last video, basically talking about my return, then click on this link right here. Yep, got you there. And if you like what you saw and want to see more of these videos, then go ahead and subscribe to me by clicking around my face. Go ahead, you can click on my face with that mouse. It's not going to hurt, trust me. I'm pretty sure it's not going to hurt. Okay, just don't click too hard, please. Okay. Oh gosh. You didn't click on my face, did you? This is getting to the weird part of the video. Okay. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya.